Hello and welcome to Comic Island. My name is Arden, and today we're here to talk about the announcement that Wolverine is no longer going to be played by Hugh Jackman. So I think it was on Instagram, Hugh Jackman announced that after Wolverine 3, which I think is going to be coming out in 2017, that'll be Hugh Jackman's last time playing as Wolverine, which is quite interesting. So yeah, we're just going to be talking about in this video. I mentioned I was going to do two new formats to kind of just make use of vlog content. One is going to be just talking about shows on my off days. The other I've moved around, and now every Sunday I'm just going to talk about the news a little bit and just kind of what's going on and announcements outside of just covering our comic book stuff. So I decided to start off with this Wolverine announcement because it seemed like pretty big news. Personally, I think it's for the best. Hugh Jackman's been Wolverine for 17 years now, which is a really long time. I think it sets a record, or at least puts him in league with people like Sean Connery and Leonard Nimoy as James Bond and Spock in terms of number of times in different movies that he's played this character, which is pretty cool. So it's sad to see Hugh Jackman go, but I think it's for the best. Like the comics, I do feel that Wolverine is overly relied on in terms of usage, especially in the movies. There is no movie with the X-Men that Wolverine hasn't appeared in to certain degrees, and in most of them he's the star. So I think just taking a step back from that character is a really good idea, especially when they have movies like Deadpool and Gambit where they do have to support themselves and carry their own movie. You can't just keep relying on Wolverine showing up just because he's a cool character. So I think that's for the best. It's not clear if he's going to appear in XMen Apocalypse. This announcement seems to suggest no, but it is possible. He might have a cameo role, or he might have a pretty big role, and Hugh Jackman just meant that was his last Wolverine solo film. But I don't think so. I think that's the end. So Wolverine might be recast. He probably will be recast at some point or another. My guess is they will recast him for X-Men Apocalypse. And yeah, I think that's for the best. We also heard this week that Jennifer Lawrence won't be back as Mystique. Mystique's already been recast once. She was, I think, replayed by Rebecca Romijn before that or something. So it's nothing new. It's going to be inevitable. Marvel's already had to do this with the Hulk. It's going to happen. Marvel in particular has been very we're going to have to recast people. As far as we're concerned, Chris Evans isn't the only Captain America. Robert Downey Jr. isn't the only Iron Man. These are big figures in comics and ones that can and will eventually be replaced. Nothing lasts forever, and I'd rather have more X-Men movies than just quit just because Wolverine's not here anymore. So I think it's for the best. And that's about it. This week we have some really cool stuff coming on. Joey and I are both working on some pretty cool videos that should be out before Wednesday with New Comic Book Day. And then on New Comic Book Day, it's just me doing these recaps and reviews this week because Joey's going to be away. So we got some Spider-Man. We're going to do the first issue number 0 of Convergence, so that'll be pretty exciting. For those who have been asking, we are going to be covering both Convergence and Secret Wars. Joey and I are going to alternate coverage like we do with Thor for that, so that'll be a lot of fun. You guys can look forward to that. Right now, I'm just trying to finish up coverage with as many comics as possible because the Secret Wars and Convergence tie-ins are looking pretty cool. Secret Wars especially, I want to keep my schedule as wide open as possible to cover as many of those as possible because they all sound really fun. So I want to do as much of that as I can. So that's kind of what's just going on with us, and that's all I can really think of. You can expect some cool stuff coming forward. Let me know in the comments section what you guys think of Wolverine being no longer played by Hugh Jackman. I posted this on Facebook a couple days ago. You guys didn't seem thrilled by that announcement, so I'd love to hear from you and what you think. I do stand by. I think it's for the best. It was overdue, and that's just my opinion. I've never been a huge fan of Wolverine as a character or Hugh Jackman's portrayal of him, so I am a little more motivated to be like, yes, it's for the best. But that's just my opinion. So feel free to share yours, and you can be upset about this. You have every right to be. I think it's time for a change. And other than that, that's all I really had to say for this video. We're just going to do short little news bites like this every Sunday, so if you want, you can follow us on Facebook, or if you want to contact me through Twitter about what you'd like me to talk about next week, feel free to do that. we can kind of use that as a nice way to, like, it's me who controls that Twitter account, so if you guys want to get back to me about what's going on this week that you'd like me to talk about, otherwise I'll just keep an eye out on various news sites for what's going on and pick a topic myself. And otherwise, don't forget to like, subscribe, and keep reading comics, and I will see you on our next video in Comic Island. Thank you.